One of the most bizarre-looking animals you find in our cleanest creeks and rivers is the hellbender salamander. Their strange appearance and reaction to danger have inspired some pretty colorful nicknames.
The snot otter is the main one. Devil dogs is another one.
You've got lasagna sides, that's a good one there.
Allegheny alligator. Grumpus is an unusual one.
I thought they were really weird creatures, but the more you find out about them, the more you realize how important they are.
We're in the Aquatic Conservation Center here at the zoo. Today, we're releasing some hellbenders that we collected as eggs and have been raising for 8 years.
So each animal has the transmitter inside of them with a specific frequency associated to it. I'm just double checking. Typed in the frequency. It's beeping.
1F90, good to go. Well, we use the telemetry, we use that to find the animal first, and then the pit tag reader to actually read the location of the animal and get the exact cover object location. 6725, good to go there also.
Hellbenders here in the conservation facility have had it pretty easy. They've been cuddled and coddled and given everything they want to eat. This is a beautiful individual, lots of orange. And these are all from the same clutch, but there's a lot of variation in color and also how fast they grow. And we're just getting ready to bag them up to head out to the release site.
I grew up loving salamanders and turning over rocks in eastern Kentucky, identifying them. Dale called me and said, we are breeding hellbenders at the Nashville Zoo, and your property has been identified as a good breeding ground for hellbenders, and you have some native ones there. Could we release some? And yes, the answer was a very excited yes.
The perfect release site is one where there's just a few resident animals, which is basically anywhere in Middle Tennessee that still has hellbenders, a clean stream, and has lots and lots of rocks, just like what we have here.
I chose to study the hellbenders mostly because of the conservation implication that's behind it. Because they're salamanders, they breathe through their skin, so the health of the watershed is so essential to their well-being. Even though I'm focusing on hellbenders, it's true, like if we help the hellbender, it helps the mussels, the fish, and then people use the fresh water too, so it's like human health is an implication, and it's just so multifaceted. It just so happens it is with North America's largest salamander, which is super cool, so that's a bonus.
The Duck River is one of the most ecological diverse watersheds in Tennessee as well as in the nation. It's also been nicknamed the Amazon of North America because there's over 150 species of fish, there's over 50 species of freshwater mussels, as well as 40 species of aquatic snails.
In the Duck River watershed, we're only finding older and older animals. And that means that the health of the population structure is off. So we think we're losing larvae because they have a different lifestyle. They live in the interstitial spaces of the gravel as tiny little larvae, and that's getting filled in with silt. The silt may have chemicals bound to it. We just can't find younger animals, so we're pretty sure that that's the life cycle where they're not surviving, and that means that they're going to go away if we don't start putting younger animals in. Typically, we just look for a rock that's got a cavity about this big underneath it that we can release the hellbenders into.
Who's doing the release?
James.
Do we hold you down, James?
Yeah, would you mind?
Actually, his tail's
And during the breeding season, it takes the perfect rock to be a nest rock. It's got to have an entrance hole that's just about the size of a hellbender's head so he can really guard it. Females line up and come into the rock to lay eggs, and other less buff males also sneak in and try to get their genes to fertilize the eggs too, because they're externally fertilizing salamanders. So they go into that den site, a female lays the eggs, and the males just cover them with sperm.